Good afternoon, it's Chrissy with Up the Windy Lane. Today we're going to talk a little bit about the garden and winter prep. We've got some really cold weather coming in, and by the time this video goes out, it's going to be like in the single digits. It's going to be a little chilly. We got some straw today for the barn. We put a couple bale out there just to kind of, make the ground that they sleep on inside the barn a little bit cooler. A little bit warmer, but the ground doesn't really freeze in there. When I go out there every morning, the ground outside's frozen, but the ground in there, we've got all the doors shut except for one. So there's really we don't want like a breeze going through there. And because they're outside all the time, they kind of get used to that. And so they're good. The goats, the cow, and Haddie, our livestock guardian dog, they're good. So as long as we keep them fed and they have somewhere to get out of the weather and they have water, they're good. So we did put down some straw there. I just put straw in the chicken coop. I'll show you that. And we don't heat our chicken coop either. I do have a heated water, like a thing that goes underneath the metal water that keeps it from freezing, which is fantastic. So that stays nice and thawed out. That's about all we do for our livestock. Of course, our inside dogs go outside and have water if they're out on line or anything, because we have one that runs away and one that chases chickens. So they don't stay out all day. But like today, even though the feel like temperature is 20, supposedly, it's actually really nice out. Now, I do have on like a double layer. I have on thermals and a layer, but it's really nice out. Actually, the sun is out and there's not hardly any clouds in the sky. It actually feels pretty good. It makes me want to actually plant something, but I'll go show you what we are doing in the chicken coop. I'm not going to walk out to the barn, and I'm going to show you the garden because it's January. We're going to do a garden tour, I guess. Kind of looks the same to me, but I don't know, maybe you'll catch something different. So if you know me, if you've been watching the videos, I like to keep things as simple as possible and as low maintenance as possible, because I'm usually the one that's out here taking care of the garden, taking care of the animals. And if somebody needs to do that for me, if I'm gone, or the kids need to do it, or my husband needs to do it, I need it to be just as simple as possible. I don't want it to be a burden on somebody. I want to be able to still, go away for a weekend, or, us all to go on vacation and have somebody come and take care of our place here. And I want it to be as easy as possible. And, I usually organize and keep everything like in one location. So it's just easier to come and take care of a place. I've had to go to other places, and sometimes it's not so easy. It's just disorganized. So this hopefully makes it easier on people or my family to, do things for me or us whenever we are gone. So that's one of the reasons why we don't have like a lot going on in with the animals. They're just like low maintenance, easy peasy. First, I will show you, this is part of the loofah. I've given a couple away. Mavis has got a hold of some, as you can see right here, and chewed on them. And so this is what's left after that. I had quite a few. We have skinned down a couple. There's dogs chasing chickens, barking at them. And I was trying to figure out if I have food. I don't know what they're doing. So this is what I have left. I've had them on the back patio drying and kind of just, drying out. And I brought them in here because they kept blowing off. We've gotten a lot of rain in the last few days, and the wind was blowing like crazy. So I decided to bring them in here and keep them out of the weather and let them finish drying. So let's go look at the garden real quick, and then we'll check out the chicken coop. Hello, everybody. For some reason, the door didn't open. I'm hoping they eat all these seeds. That's why I jerked some of them down here. Yes. Thank goodness she's eating all those. I need to get all of them down here so that they can eat them all. Don't plant them unless you want to keep them forever. I'm going to have them forever. But they're eating them, so that's awesome. But I'm sure I'm going to have a bunch come up. I'm not sure how far out here I want to walk. I'm not really sure. I did not wear my garden boots. Oh yeah, I'm not going very far then. No, these are my good boots. Okay, so we have basically the same. The asparagus, I didn't move it because I wasn't sure if I'd get it moved in time, so I left it. So it should be okay. I may bring something out here to cover it up though, because we are getting down into the single digits. But all the other beds are good. They're ready to be planted whenever the weather gets a little bit warmer. I've got them covered with leaves, so they're good. You can see we got some little ponds out here and some frozen spots. But there you've got those. Now these 4 are not ready. They will need some compost, some dirt and things. I did put some leaves and some leftover things in them. Kind of stacked all my stuff up over here. Tomato cages and just trellises, get the cardboard over here. All that will have to be moved because the rhubarb is actually back there beside that fence, but it won't come up for a little while, so I'm good there. All right, let's see if I can get, you can tell the chickens have been in here. Let's see if I can get out of here without making too big of a mess on my boots. Yeah, I just gotta get all that cleaned off. Oops. All right, I got the boots cleaned off. Whew, the sun is bright, which is fantastic. The greenhouse temperature is actually like 46 degrees. So I just gotta be careful where I'm walking. All right, let me show you the chicken coop and what we did in here. So you can see I just put one whole bale in here. I did have mulch leaves. If you saw that video, I do keep mulch leaves in here to kind of take down the smell, absorb all that. But I just put a bale of straw in here. That way kind of insulates and just kind of helps them, I think. And, you know, it also absorbs odor and poo and pee and all that kind of stuff. So, and there's the heated water underneath there, with that just sitting on top of it. I do have it hooked just so they don't knock it over, because that has happened before. So kind of keeps them from doing that when they start like flying around or whatever and moving around in here. So that is how we do that. And we used to put a piece of insulation on the outside of this door, but then we used to cover the whole thing, and then the lower half ended up pecked up about halfway. The chickens were pecking it, so I'm leaving this. The sun actually comes in this door, so kind of warms the coop up, so I'm going to leave that off of there. They can get out in here, and I do have this open, which use what you got. So I have this open and they can come in and out of there right now. They're like, where'd everybody go? We walk out here. These are the elderberry bushes. I'm really hoping these come back out. It looks like, I was trying to look and see. We'll see. I've had, I think, one or two either get uprooted or something. Like there was one right here. Maybe that's the only one. But then the other ones over here, I probably need to stake because they're only like maybe 4 to 6 inches tall. And the grandbaby almost ran one over with his four-wheeler the other day. So I probably need to get some like PVC or something I can see too whenever we start mowing again, just to make sure that, you know, I don't mow them down, because that does happen. Not much is really happening out here. Everything is just kind of dormant. I'm hoping the fig trees come back out. I did get one fig last year. They tried making more, but they just weren't in time. But I did get one fig and it was really good, so I'm really excited about that. Kind of dormant. I was really hoping to get this done by the end of last year, but that did not happen. So, you know, maybe one of these days. By that time, I'm going to have to put down, of course, all new fabric along this. It was, you know, it looked really nice at one time. So hopefully get it done. We'll see. I don't know. I've also actually put in this last year for a high tunnel. They're pretty sure it's a federal program that will pay for a high tunnel. They pay up to so much money, and so you can get as large of one, like per square feet. They pay so much per square feet, I think, or I don't really remember exactly. But you can get, you know, if you get a smaller one, you can get more options, or you can get a bigger one or whatever. I think like the biggest one you can get per square foot is like a 30 by 90. That's huge. Like that is so big. But I actually thought about getting that one, so I don't know. I'll have to kind of wait and see. But how cool would that be? Like to get a high tunnel for free, like basically for free. I'm excited. This tree right here, we were going to take down anyways, but it will have to come down because I'm thinking it's going to go like right here and it's going to take up a lot of room. But I have to plan because I don't want it so close to the garden that like the sun comes up, you know, and it starts shadowing the garden. So we don't want that to happen. But so I will have to pay attention. I'm pretty excited about that. I will definitely share that with you guys if I do happen to get that, and tell you how I did that. And I shared it with my sister, so hopefully she will get that as well. Of course, you can always Google it. You can Google it. I think it's the USDA. They do, I don't know if it's called the Equip program. I can't remember, but you have to have it in by a certain time, like before, like right now would be the time to probably go ahead and fill that out. But you have to go to like your local farm bureau or something. You have to like register your farm, get a farm number, and so forth. So I'm pretty excited because we already had one of those because we have been in a program before for our trees. And so I'm pretty excited. I'm sorry, I'm watching the dogs. There's like chickens, and one chases for fun. The other one chases to kill and eat. So she's, I don't know. She's kind of spaz, so we'll see. So that was just wasn't really much of a garden tour, but kind of what we're doing to prepare for the winter. Well, it's already winter, but prepare for this really, really cold snap. We're not just getting one day of it. We're getting like almost a full week, and then it's going to warm up and rain like a whole week. So I don't know. I would rather have just a little bit of snow and enjoy that, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. So hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a comment below if you've got some crazy weather coming in or already there, and be sure to like and subscribe, and don't forget to be lovely lights today.